Welcome to Top Liberty Coins, your #1 destination for rare coin information, market updates, and collectors' insights. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most fascinating modern coins, the 1979 Lincoln cent. You might think this small copper coin is just ordinary pocket change, but you'd be surprised. Some of these 1979 pennies can be worth hundreds of dollars, even up to $787.99 or more depending on rarity, condition, and mint errors. Stay tuned till the end, because I'll show you how to identify those valuable coins hiding in your collection or pocket right now. The historical background of the Lincoln cent. The story of the Lincoln penny begins way back in 1909, when it replaced the Indian head cent. It was designed to honor Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States. For over a century, the Lincoln cent has been the longest-running coin design in American history. The 1979 penny continued that tradition, featuring the iconic Victor David Brenner portrait of Lincoln on the obverse, and the Lincoln Memorial design by Frank Gasparo on the reverse. Each penny carries a piece of history, and 1979 was no exception. Mint locations and types. In 1979, Lincoln pennies were minted in 3 locations: Philadelphia, Denver D mint mark, San Francisco S mint mark. Proof coins only. Philadelphia produced the highest number, while San Francisco coins were made specifically for collectors. Understanding where your coin was minted is the first key step in knowing its value. Metal composition and changes. The 1979 penny was made of 95% copper and 5% zinc, weighing 3.11 grams. Copper prices have risen dramatically since then, which means even the metal value of these coins is higher than their face value. However, the real treasure lies in finding coins with unique errors or rare mint conditions. The Philadelphia 1979 penny. The Philadelphia Mint produced 6.02 billion pennies in 1979, making it one of the most common. However, a flawless, uncirculated coin can fetch a much higher price. A perfect MS-67 red specimen sold for nearly $1,000 at auction. So if you have a shiny 1979 penny with no mint mark, don't dismiss it. Inspect it closely. The Denver 1979 DPNNY. The Denver Mint struck over 4.13 billion coins. The D mark is below the year on the front. Although common, the Denver Mint produced some of the most stunning red uncirculated examples, and those can bring $500 to $700 depending on the grade. Coins with visible die cracks, doubling, or minting flaws can be even more valuable. The San Francisco 1979 S proof PNNY. The San Francisco Mint made proof coins for collectors. These coins have a mirror-like shine and sharp details. The 1979 S proof penny is special because it comes in 2 types, Type 1, filled S, and Type 2, clear S. The Type 2, clear S proof is rarer and can be worth over $1,000 in pristine condition. If you find a proof penny with a clear S, you've got a gem. Rare errors. That add value error coins are collector favorites. Here are a few known 1979 Lincoln penny errors. Double die obverse, doubling in the word Liberty or the date center strike. Part of the design missing. Clipped planchet, edge appears cut. Die cracks or cuds, raised lines or blobs of metal on the coin. Some of these errors have sold for hundreds of dollars on eBay and heritage auctions. How to identify valuable 1979 pennies. Look for these key features: bright red luster, coins graded red, are worth more. No scratches or marks, clean surfaces add value. Sharp details, clear lines in Lincoln's hair and the memorial columns. Error signs, doubling, cracks, or off-center details. Using a magnifying glass or coin microscope will help you detect small errors others might miss. Grading and professional evaluation. Coin grading is done by professional services like PCGS and NGC. Grades range from poor to mint state. The higher the grade, the higher the price. A 1979 penny graded MS-67 red can reach $700 to $1,000, while average circulated coins are worth only a few cents. If you think you have a rare one, consider getting it certified. The market value. Today in today's collector market, values vary widely. Circulated 1979 penny 5 cents, $0.15. Uncirculated MS-65 red $15, $40. MS-67 red or higher $500, $787.99 plus proof. Type 2 $700, $1. 200. The market is still growing as collectors rediscover these hidden gems. Why some 1979 pennies are worth a lot. Do some sell for hundreds? Because of rarity, condition, and collector demand. Mint errors, high-grade surfaces, and low population reports increase value dramatically. Auction houses regularly feature these coins, proving that even modern pennies can be true treasures. Tips for coin collectors and sellers. If you're collecting or selling, follow these tips. Handle coins carefully, hold by the edges, store in holders or flips to avoid scratches, research before selling, check online auction prices, join collector forums to learn from experts. Patience and knowledge can turn your pocket change into profit. The legacy of the Lincoln cent. The Lincoln cent is more than just money. It's a piece of American history. Every small coin carries the story of a nation's progress, its economy, and its people. The 1979 penny stands as a bridge between the old copper era and the modern zinc era that began in 1982. So next time you find one, remember, it's not just a cent, it's a symbol of heritage. Conclusion and call to action. And that wraps up our deep dive into the 1979 Lincoln cent, the penny that could be worth $787.99 or even more. If you enjoyed this detailed breakdown, hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss another episode from Top Liberty Coins. We share the latest updates, coin market trends, error discoveries, and hidden values in everyday change. Comment below with the year of your oldest penny, and we might feature it in our next video. Thanks for watching, and remember, every coin tells a story. Keep collecting, stay curious, and see you in the next treasure hunt here on Top Liberty Coins. Today, we're diving deep into the 1984 Lincoln penny, a coin that looks ordinary but could be worth up to $787.98 or even more if you know what to look for. Stay tuned till the end because we'll cover 15 complete parts, from its history to the rare errors that make collectors go crazy. If you love rare coins, vintage cents, and hidden treasures in your pocket change, you're in the right place. The birth of the 1984 Lincoln cent. The 1984 Lincoln penny was minted at the Denver Mint, marked by the small D mint mark below the date. It was part of the Lincoln Memorial reverse design, which ran from 1959 to 2008. This year's coin carries the familiar image of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner, and on the reverse, the Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparo. Even though billions were made, not every 1984 penny is equal. Some hide incredible errors that can skyrocket their value. The historical background: 1984, the United States had already switched from 95% copper pennies to zinc-based coins. From 1982 onwards, most Lincoln cents were made of 97.5% zinc and only 2.5% copper plating. This change was due to rising copper prices, making it too expensive to mint copper coins. So, the 1984 penny is mostly zinc, lighter in weight and slightly different in sound when dropped. However, collectors still search for transitional errors, coins struck on leftover copper planchets. If you find a 1984 copper penny, you could be sitting on a four-figure treasure. How to identify a 1984 penny? Let's start with the basics. You can identify a 1984 penny by checking the D mint mark just below the date on the front side, the portrait of Abraham Lincoln facing right, the words, "In God We Trust," above his head. On the reverse, the Lincoln Memorial centered with 1 cent below it. Sounds normal, right? But here's where things get exciting. Certain die errors, double dies, and striking mistakes make this coin extremely valuable. The famous double EAREROR, the most well-known and valuable variety of the 1984 penny, is the double ear Lincoln. In this rare mint error, Lincoln's ear shows a clear doubling effect, almost like he has two ears layered together. It's one of the most sought-after modern errors among coin collectors. Collectors pay hundreds, sometimes close to $800, for sharp examples with visible doubling and clean surfaces. Grading matters. Condition is EVRYTHNG coin grading can turn a 1 cent coin into a $700 collectible. Grading ranges from poor, P1, all the way up to mint state, MS 70. For the 1984 penny, coins graded MS 65 or higher are where real money comes in. If your coin has bright red luster, no scratches, and clear details, you might have something special. A top-graded coin with the double ear error can easily reach $787.98 or more in today's market. Current market value: as of the current coin market, prices fluctuate depending on grade and rarity. Here's a breakdown: circulated average condition, worth 1 to 5 cents; uncirculated MS60, MS63, $5 to $1.20; high mint state MS65, MS67, $100 to $400; double ear error MS66, up to $787.98 or higher. Collectors and online auction platforms like eBay, Heritage Auctions, and Great Collections continue to see record-breaking bids for high-grade 1984 D cents. How the error happened. So how did the double ear error happen? It's a hub doubling error, which means the design was impressed twice during die creation, slightly misaligned. This caused the extra ear shape to appear on the coin. Unlike mechanical doubling, which looks flat and shelf-like, true hub doubling has rounded, raised edges. Real value lies there. If you find this kind of doubling, congratulations, you found a gem. How to check your coin at home. You don't need fancy tools to start. Here's how you can check your 1984 D penny. Use a 10x magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe. Focus on Lincoln's ear. Check for clear doubling. Look for a bright red or reddish-brown luster. Check the coin's weight. Copper cents weigh about 3.11 g. Zinc cents 2.5 g. Keep your best finds in protective holders to prevent scratches. Where to sell your 1984 D PNNY. Once you've found a valuable penny, the next question is, where to sell it. Some of the best options include eBay auctions, PCGS or NGC certified dealers, coin shows and expos, Facebook coin collector groups. Always check recent sold listings and certified auction results to understand market demand before selling. Investing in PNN. Yes, you might think pennies can't make you rich, but history says otherwise. A few decades ago, nobody believed a 1955 double die penny would sell for thousands of dollars, but it did. The same is happening now with the 1984 D double ear variety. Smart collectors are buying, grading, and holding on to these coins as long-term investments. How to store and protect your coins. Preservation is key. Here's how you should protect your 1984 D and other valuable coins. Use airtight capsules or 2x2 holders. Avoid touching the surface with bare fingers. Keep coins in a dry, cool environment. Use silica gel packets to prevent moisture damage. Your coin's condition can change its value drastically. Even a small scratch can cost you hundreds. Historical connection to the Lincoln series. The Lincoln Penny series is more than just currency. It's American history in your hand. From 1909 to today, it has survived wars, inflation, and metal shortages. The 1984 D penny is a continuation of this legacy, a reminder of the era when the U.S. balanced tradition with cost efficiency. It's not just about the money, it's about preserving a piece of time. Future value and collector demand. As fewer high-grade coins remain, prices will naturally rise. Collectors love well-struck, red-colored, mint condition 1984 D pennies. If coin collecting continues to grow on social media and YouTube, demand for rare varieties will skyrocket. So holding onto your 1984 D double ear cent might just be your smartest investment in 2025. And there you have it, the full story of the 1984 D Lincoln penny, from its zinc beginnings to the famous double ear error. This tiny piece of metal carries incredible potential. Remember, always check your change, because the next time you hold a penny, it could be worth $787.98 or more. If you enjoyed this deep dive, subscribe to Top Liberty Coins, hit the like button, and comment below what rare coin you want us to cover next, because here on Top Liberty Coins, every coin has a story, and sometimes, that story is worth a fortune. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most mysterious and fascinating coins in American history, the 1992 D Lincoln penny. This little 1-cent coin may look ordinary, but don't be fooled. Some of these pennies have sold for hundreds, even thousands of dollars, with rare varieties reaching around $787.97 or even more in today's collector market. So sit back, relax, and let's uncover the secrets of the 1992 D penny, from its creation to its hidden errors, and how you might have a treasure sitting in your coin jar right now. The origin of the Lincoln penny. The story of the Lincoln penny begins in 1909, when the United States Mint introduced a new 1-cent coin to honor President Abraham Lincoln, marking his 100th birthday. It replaced the Indian head cent and became the first U.S. coin to feature a real person. Abraham Lincoln himself, the designer, Victor David Brenner, created the famous portrait that still appears on our pennies today. over the decades, the coin saw design changes, metal composition shifts, and mint mark differences, but one thing never changed: the penny remained a symbol of American history and everyday life. The Denver Mint and the D mark. Now, let's talk about the D on the 1992 D penny. That letter stands for the Denver Mint, one of the main U.S. mints responsible for producing billions of coins each year. In 1992, the Denver Mint struck over 4 billion pennies, a huge number, but not all of them were the same. Hidden among the billions were a few very special coins with a unique design variation that made them incredibly valuable to collectors today. The 1992 close AM variety. This is where things get really interesting. In 1992, a rare minting variety was accidentally created, the close AM penny. Normally, the letters A and M in America on the back of the penny are spaced apart. This is called the wide AM style, but a small number of pennies from 1992, including some from the Denver Mint, 1992 D, were struck using the proof coin die, where the letters A and M are almost touching. This accidental mix-up created one of the most sought-after modern penny errors ever, the 1992 D close AM Lincoln penny. How to identify the close AM penny? Here's how you can check your coins. Flip your 1992 D penny over to the reverse side, look closely at the word America. If the A and M are nearly touching, you might have a close AM. Also, check the FG initials for Frank Gasparo, the reverse designer, on the close AM version. They are further from the Lincoln Memorial Building. If you spot this variation, don't spend it. It could be worth hundreds of dollars. Rarity and minting error explanation. You might be wondering, how did this happen? Well, the proof dies, which were meant for high-quality collector coins, were accidentally used to strike a small batch of regular circulation coins at the Denver Mint. This kind of die variety is what collectors dream of. Because these errors are unintentional and extremely rare, the value skyrockets depending on condition, grade, and rarity. Condition and grading. Importance in the world of coins. Condition is everything. A penny that's heavily worn might only be worth a few dollars, but a 1992 D close AM in uncirculated or mint state condition, graded by services like PCGS or NGC, can easily reach $500 to $1,000, sometimes even more. Collectors look for sharp details, clean surfaces, and no scratches or discoloration. If your coin shines with luster and crisp design, you might be holding a small fortune. Auction records and market value. Let's talk numbers. Recent auctions have seen 1992 D close AM pennies sell for $787.97, $900, and even over $1,000 in top grades. That's right, a 1-cent coin selling for nearly $1,000. The value depends on rarity, collector demand, and overall coin market trends. And in recent years, more collectors have entered the hobby, pushing prices even higher. Historical value and collector appeal. Why do collectors love this coin so much? Because it's a symbol of a minting mistake that slipped through quality control, a tiny piece of history that shouldn't exist. It's also a coin that bridges two eras, the late copper zinc composition and the transition to newer minting technology. Every time a close AM penny surfaces, it reignites excitement across the numismatic community. How to find a 1992 D close AM? Here's the fun part: you can still find one. Search your old jars, check your pocket change, or visit local coin shops and flea markets. Most people don't even know what they're looking for, which means treasures might still be out there. Use a magnifying glass and good lighting. Compare your coins with reference photos from PCGS or NGC websites. If you think you found a 1992 D close AM penny, don't rush to sell it at a pawn shop. Instead, have it professionally graded by PCGS or NGC. Once authenticated, you can list it on eBay, heritage auctions, or great collections, where serious collectors will pay top dollar. Always keep your coin in a protective holder to avoid scratches or handling marks. Myths and misunderstandings. Some people mistake ordinary pennies for close AM varieties. Remember, not every 1992 penny is valuable, only the rare close AM design versions are worth big money. So double-check the spacing, mint mark, and FG initials before jumping to conclusions. The future value prediction. As the years go by, These coins become rarer because most are still hiding in circulation or have been damaged. Experts predict that the value will continue to rise as more collectors seek to complete their Lincoln Series collections. So even if your coin is not perfect, holding onto it could be a smart investment for the future. Fun facts about the Lincoln cent. Did you know that the Lincoln penny is the longest-running design in U.S. coin history, or that it was the first coin to feature a real person's portrait? Also, the Lincoln Memorial design, introduced in 1959, secretly features a tiny statue of Lincoln sitting inside, visible under magnification. Little details like these make the penny not just currency, but a story in metal. Final thoughts and channel outro. And there you have it, the full story of the 1992 Lincoln penny, from its origins at the Denver Mint to its rare close AM variety. This humble 1-cent coin has captured the hearts of collectors around the world. Some of these coins have sold for $787.97, others for nearly $1,000, and as time passes, their value only grows. So next time you check your change, keep your eyes open, because one small coin could change your life. If you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with fellow collectors. You're watching Top Liberty Coins, where every coin tells a story, and every story is worth a fortune. Stay tuned for our next episode, where we'll uncover more rare coins you might already own.